Just wait, the recording will start. Okay. I'll start with it. Okay. Fine?
Okay.
If you can believe it, your mind can achieve it. So rightly said. Today among us, we have very famous personality who did justifies these words. Good afternoon, class, and let me welcome Mr. Sukant Kadam from Pune on behalf of our school, Delhi Public School, Nasik. It is a great pleasure to have you here. I'll just give you a brief introduction of achievements to our students. He is an Indian para badminton player. In the year 2017, he was world number 2 in SL4 category. He is a mechanical engineer and working as sports officer in Maharashtra government. He has won bronze medal at Para Badminton World Championship. Till now, he has won 8 gold medals, 11 silver medals, and 20 bronze medals at international level. And his current world ranking is 4th. Now, sir, our students they are keen to listen our interview. So let's proceed to our questions. Okay, sir, I would like to know what age you started playing badminton and what made you start playing this game.
I was like from childhood, I was used to play cricket, and I was that cricket is the only sport that I know in the childhood. But when I went to the Pune, then I got to know about the badminton and different sports. So I started badminton at 19, and the my class actually rejected me in the first year. So after rejecting, I started practicing and I work practice hard, and then I like love to badminton. So I started playing badminton in the engineering at the age of 19.
Okay, at the age of 19, you started playing badminton.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, I would like to know about your training schedule now.
Training schedule as I play international tournaments. So the schedule is bit like 6 hours a day and 6 days in a week. So in the morning we used to do the fitness like 1.5 hour fitness session. Then after the breakfast and all, we went to the court directly, and it's a 3 hour session, which is we learn new drills or work whatever we learned. How can we implement in the game? And in the evening, we completely focus on the game and our correction inside the game. So
Okay,
this is completely 6 and 6.5 hours training schedule per day.
per day. Okay. And I would like to know how did you struggle to achieve this milestone in badminton? Means how was your journey from childhood till now?
Like my in the childhood, I was only played cricket, so it was not my big dream to be an like international player or something. But in my class, I was rejected in the class team actually. So I started playing badminton. I practice and then like I started in the second year, so I got few opportunities where I got to play national tournaments, and then I won the national tournament. So when I won the national tournament, that time like everyone was appreciated me and supported me a lot. So that's how I started, and initially it was just for the to show that I am not like I have something potential in sports also. But the later on, I got few opportunities to play international tournament, and then after engineering, I completely focused on the badminton, and then I started playing badminton as a, my regular thing. And then initially there was few things that people was used to say that after engineering you should join like job or you do a corporate job. But in my mind, I was completely clear that I wanted to do a badminton player and I wanted to represent India. That was the small dream in my mind, and that's how I started everything.
Okay. As you are mechanical engineer, our students would like to know how you cope up with your studies and badminton, because nowadays it is hard to do both the things at the same time. So how you manage both the things?
No, actually, when I was in the engineering, I was used to do both the things. Whenever I like there was any exam or there was any unit test or something, I completely stop my badminton practice and I never think about badminton. I completely focus on the education as my family was very strict on my education. They were clearly said me that you have to complete this engineering, so whatever you're doing is your extracurricular activity, but engineering is your main target. So I used to study when the exam comes, and whenever the tournament comes, then I sometimes bunk the classes and practice hard as much as I can.
Okay, that's great. And as you are a bronze medalist at World Championship, I would like to know what was going in your mind standing on that podium, receiving that bronze medal, holding that national flag on the shoulder. What was going in your mind?
I was like so happy. That was my first World Championship medal. So I was thinking like actually me and my friend Tarun, I lost in the semi-final and Tarun got injured in finals. So both our there was two times Indian flag on the podium, but unfortunately it was second on third. So first thought I was like I'm standing on the French flag, so I was thinking that next time I will not do such kind of a things. I will definitely push myself and raise our flag to the like gold or the first place, and may our national anthem will bring there. And then second thought I was like I was so happy that the I did the so much of hard work and so much of many compromises I did to achieve this, and I saw like I got oh my god. So that's what I thought, and I got the bronze medal. So I was happy, but bit disappointed that Indian flag is not on the top. But that is the thing. Like sportsman, every athlete has a different aim. For example, whenever you achieve something, you have next goal is your next goal is ready to achieve it. So there is never ending story like this.
Okay, now Sukant, I would like you to define role of your coach in your life.
Role of coach. Actually, my I have many coaches in my like early. I was there was no coaching. I was used to watch the YouTube video and I learned the badminton. But the later stage, I started the coaching under Nikhil Kanetkar. He is a Olympian from Pune. He's the only Olympian from Pune for the badminton, and I request them to teach something so I can that can help me to achieve my goal. And he said me that why you are like dreaming such small goal, you should dream for the Olympics or Paralympics. That should be your goal. So when Olympians said to you like this, it's very important, and that's how I started dreaming about Paralympics. Then later on I meet to my our Indian national coach Gaurav Khanna sir. He is so positive and he teach me how we can like in every situation how we can stay in the positive side. Every time you got the two opportunities, like you can think about negative and you can think about positive. So he was the person told me like in any situation you can go on and you can achieve by your positive mindset. So that's what important thing he did. Like so many things he taught me, but that was one of important. And like I was trained under Gopi Chand also, but it was just for like 2 3 months just before the Asian Games, and that is how my that is all the coaches I have. But I think for in everyone every athlete's life there are so many coaches. Everyone taught you like different things. Everyone has a different style, but that is how you like create your own style, your own game. And it's very important that you trust your coach and you follow whatever your coach says. That is the one of like thing you should have in between, like trust you should have in between you and your coaches.
Okay, now one relaxing question for you. Which is your favorite food?
My favorite food is biryani. I love to have the biryani. Like that's why I went to Hyderabad to train. But during training, there was strictly no biryani for any athlete. But I love to have the biryani.
Yeah, it has been that sometimes because of the tournament you have skipped the biryani, though you were craving for it.
Uh, like no, I skip. No, I didn't skip anything like that. But like there was one moment when like there was a practice, and in our like kitchen there was a biryani ordered by a other athlete. So I saw it and I thought like I should have it. So I have it and I slept and then couldn't wake up. So then sir asked what happened. Then I said I eat the biryani. So sir said like, oh, so whenever you eat biryani you will skip the classes. I said no sir, it was just my mistake and I apologize for that. And then he said okay. It was like funny moment, but
Okay, see, I would like to know how your parents supported you to excel in badminton. Being a badminton player, I know that your parents' support is most important thing if you want to be a professional badminton player.
yes,
So, your
definitely
parents
because
supported.
like my parent, I started badminton in later stage. It was very late for me to start, but so I went far from my home. So my parents were far was away from me. So initially there was like I didn't tell my parents that I'm playing badminton, but when I got the like few tournaments I won, and then my parents said like you are in the engineering. What they got little scared that I'm playing badminton and what about the engineering. So I explained them that I'm playing badminton just for the initial stage. I'm not focusing on it much, but definitely engineering is my first priority, and I'm studying really well. So you don't worry about it. And when I was started professionally, that time my father was little nervous about it, but my brother and my mother was very supportive. They were like, okay, you do it. I know you have potential and you can definitely do it. For other people's, like I was coach also in the Nikhil Kanekar Badminton Academy, so I have seen many parents like they were to come their children and they let him play. So one thing I learned from the children and the parents that all the parents should give opportunity to their children to play frankly and let him enjoy. That is the main most important thing, because if their children started enjoying the badminton, then definitely he will do something in the badminton. But if you push them and like if you like expecting result in early age, so it's not such kind of a thing that children like, or many kids like it, and they will start like like my parents are angry with me because I'm not playing badminton good. So it should not be that thought. Let him play, and that's what my parents did. They told me like, okay, you like it so you do it, but just be careful that you should not lost in that, like you should not 100% do the badminton, because I think in the current situation also many parents think like sport is not the best career for their kids. the best career is the education, and he should like got the job or something. But that is what mindset we should change, I think, for the parents.
Wonderful. It means your parents were supportive, so that you
Yeah,
can
my parents was
make it here.
supportive. That's why I
You could
can
make
do
it
something
here,
for, yeah.
yeah.
That
And
was easiest part for me to do because parents support and the coaches support. So I was like just to do it myself. There was no like there was nobody to stop me. Like you don't do it. There was other people, but I don't care about them.
yeah, and when there is support of your parents with you, nobody can stop you.
Definitely.
That is very, that is very true.
Yes.
And what advice you will give to our young students?
I will say like the opportunity and hard work is very important in our life. Like I got the opportunity, I was rejected in my class team to play for badminton. So I work hard. I play for 1.5 years. I started beating every student in my class, in my college. So what was that like? There was one spark for me and one opportunity for me to do something. So I work hard on it, and in the last 2 years, I got the Player of the Year award from our principal, and in front of that college mates who was rejected me, but I was very happy that they were also so happy that Sukant, you are doing really nice. So I think opportunity and hard work. If you do the right hard work on the opportunity, definitely you will get success. So I'll say everyone and all the students that you work on your opportunity and work hard on it. Definitely you will get the success.
Okay, truly, I hope your experience did give our children a different perspective to think of. It was really fortunate having you here today with us. Thank you, Sukant. And we, on behalf of Delhi Public School Nasik, we all give you best luck for upcoming tournaments. I hope to see you on that Olympic podium, getting that gold medal and listening to the tune of our national anthem.
Definitely.
All
Thank you
our
so much. Thank you so much, Delhi Public School Nashik, for having me. Thank you. Yeah.